star. PXU spotlight, this is who we are.
Well, hello, welcome. Let's kick it off. Why don't you tell us your name, how long you've been in the district, what you do in the district, and what it is that made you choose Phoenix Union.
Yeah, so my name's Yuli. I'm the current principal of Bioscience High School. I've been in the district now for about 11 years. Honestly, it's kind of like my second home. When I step into Phoenix Union communities, every single person reminds me of somebody from my own experience, somebody from my culture, somebody from my family. So for me, there really is no other place like Phoenix Union. It kind of just feels like home. So that's why I chose it.
That's awesome. I love that. All right. So during your time as an assistant principal, you led efforts around school culture and climate. What strategies did you find most effective in building a positive environment, and how do you see those strategies scaling across the district to other schools?
Right on. So we had about 240 staff members, give or take, and I think one thing that I realized was it was never just going to be me that shifted the climate and the culture of our community, and I really had to leverage the capacity of every single member of our community. And it started with building relationships, getting to know people, getting to know their strengths, and understanding that every single one of them had something to offer. And with our collective direction, we aligned to hopefully create a better climate and better culture for our kiddos, for all of our kiddos, using every single person in our community.
Boots on ground,
Yes.
right? All right. Well, safety is foundational to learning. How do you approach? Well, what is your approach to school safety, and how has it evolved over time? What practices do you believe are essential in creating safe and supportive campuses?
I always kind of use examples with staff members and honestly anybody that I talk to outside of education. I remember a time where I went to a professional development, completely different city, and I decided to walk there. And as I was walking, I heard gunshots, I heard people screaming. It felt like seconds. I felt the whiplash of police cars going through, and in that moment I froze, I panicked, I ran, I made it to the professional development, and all I could think of that day was not what I was going to be learning, how excited I was to be in that place, but just the trauma that I had experienced. And so I always tell our staff members, our community members is, for kids to learn, for kids to be ready to learn, they need to feel safe. They need to feel welcomed, inspired, seen, valued. And so I always lead with examples that really center adults in real world scenarios to hopefully connect with students on a different level and the importance of safety.
Perfect. Now that you're leading Bioscience High School, how are you applying those past administrative experiences to shape the vision for your school? And what lessons might other school leaders take from your transformation?
That's a good question. I think when I got to Chavez, I realized that school had been there for 25 years. When I got to Bioscience, that school has been there for 17 years.
Sure.
And it's not just because it's a great building. It's because there have been people there for 17 years and 25 years that have developed and grown that program. And so one thing that I always keep in mind is that there are people that have been doing the work before you, and there are people that will continue to do the work well after you're gone. And it's a point to leverage the capacity to build relationships and to collectively grow our community towards a positive direction.
So speaking of that, Bioscience has a very unique identity. Very proud of it. But talk about the excitement for upcoming school year at Bio and maybe what you see on the horizon when it comes to innovation on your campus.
That's a good question. I'll start off by saying this. Bioscience is unique. Bioscience is also Phoenix Union School. It represents the great diversity, creativity, and innovation that our greater community has to offer. One thing I will say with Bioscience that kind of occurs at any other comprehensive school is you have so many great things, and sometimes you miss an opportunity to showcase the work. sometimes you miss an opportunity to highlight the incredible things that are going on. And so one of the things that I'm really excited for this school year is to make sure that we show not just our families at bioscience, but to really show this incredible community in Phoenix, in Arizona, and hopefully across the US of the incredible things that we're doing. Because that tends to, when people hear about things like that from all walks of life from across the country, that tends to really draw in some great partnerships and opportunities for our kiddos.
Outstanding. I look forward to that and helping you with that. Yeah. As Administrator of the Year, what message would you share with our aspiring school leaders about the role of administrators in shaping not just schools, but the future of public education in our district?
I would say one piece of advice that I would give is just, get humbled. And sometimes it's very difficult. Getting humbled is a skill, but that is the one thing that will really center you and ground you in the work, and that is the one thing that will really rally your community around you. Because when they feel valued, they feel heard, they feel seen, they feel like their input matters, remove yourself and your ego from that situation, and you'll realize that you'll come up with the most innovative and relevant solutions to move a community forward.
Yeah, no school administrator has ever operated in isolation successfully anyway. So great advice, great advice. Well, thank you for being here with us today, and congratulations on Administrator of the Year for the entire district. It's well deserved.
Thank you.